Hi everybody, how you doing? Stephen Mair here. Welcome to the Mersey Concept. Well, this is a weird one today because I feel as though that I've wanted to talk about this one for a while. Just myself today. A client is known, so I just thought any opportunity that I like to take, I like to jump on and do some talking and build up my, as I say, all my platforms with the Mersey Concept and maybe encourage other folk to sort of come in it for there and talk about maybe what they want to talk about. Where am I going with this one today? Well, this one today, I actually told this one to a client a wee while ago, and and anything we always say in the gym, it always stays in the gym. We never really, nothing leaves it. But when I talk about anything, I've got to spiritually feel it. Like I tell everybody, I'm not Catholic, I'm not Protestant, I'm not any religion whatsoever, and I always say I never slag any religion. But very, very spiritual person, very spiritual, energy doesn't lie, things like that. And I've been feeling this one. I've been feeling to say this one. So maybe somebody out there is wanting to hear this story. Might reach 5 million, but one person might use it. And this one, I like to keep the time frame out on this one. So I'm not going to discuss the time frame. But on this one was, I remember one day I was just lying in my bed, opened up my eyes, another day in the gym, another day teaching, another day getting a laugh and a carry on me people, things like that. But this one was a wee bit weird, definitely weird. It was, feels I just didn't want to get out of my bed. Couldn't get out of my bed. Before I go any further, actually, a wee disclaimer on this. There is no sob story here. There is no, oh my God, or this or that. It's the stories I like to tell are there to help. If they can help anybody, then that's all it is. But it's life and it happens, and it's just a story that I want to tell. But I'm not by any means looking for anybody to feel sorry for me. It's just a story, and it's a story to try and help. So I'm lying there, and I'll remember it was a beautiful morning, and I always sleep with the telly on at night, and I'll remember that. It was these wee things that always come out of my mind. And I remember just lying there, my eyes were open, and I was staring into space. Weird, really, really, really weird. Didn't know what was going through my head. Usually a day, I'll say, right, got so-and-so in the day, I've got this, I've got that, right, he's to do that, she's to do that, need to knock their part. These are all the things that go through my head every single morning, but this one morning, it didn't. This one morning, it decided it was going to take me to another realm. And the other realm on that one was I never got my bed. Felt glued to my bed. Felt whatever's inside you. See, the thing is when people explain, because it was a depression, and when people explain it, I've heard so many different explanations of it. I like to hear spiritual explanations. I don't like to hear medical explanations, because I think when people hear medical ones, they get lost on it and they just can't be bothered with it. No, same again. We're not slagging the medical profession, but it just seems to be out of page 45 of a book, doesn't it? This is what it is. Great, and move on. But this day was weird. Something wanted me to stay in my bed. Something was making me feel better in my bed. Right. Now we can turn around and say, oh, well, how many people have felt like that? Of course we have. And to this day I still do. As much as I love my job, this and that, blah, 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 and I do well, it's I still want to get a wee lie in my cosy bed, don't I? But this is a day where it was like, no, we remember, I've emphasised that we, for some reason, when I talk about this, I always say we. I don't say it, singular. I don't say that. Always we. So I always believe there's these things that's run about me. I don't hear voices and things like that. So let's not go down that road. But I do feel things. I really do. That's another story. I'll get into another wee podcast on that down the line. This day I just didn't want to get up. It was making me feel so good in bed and this and that, So they were just saying, look, spend a full day. Doesn't matter about the gym. Doesn't matter about money. Doesn't matter. Just. But as much as that felt good to sort of be there, it still felt, there's another side to it. Another side to it was like, well, how come I'm not feeling as good as what I really want to feel, which I normally, if I've got a day off, it was two different worlds. And that was the start of something that was going to hit me for about maybe 4 months, maybe 5 months, right? Maybe 5 months. There's a lot more to this story, by the way. This is just to be one I want to put there now. And that's when I really felt, I think depression hit me big time. Now, I started to look at people around about me, where I came from and everything. I've done well with myself because and I always say I'm no better than anybody, I'm no better than him, no better than her. Even I'm not going to use the word enemies, that's a horrible 15, 16-year-old word. If people that I just didn't get on me, I would never even wish them bad, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, so I'm not like that, but I just felt this emptiness inside me. Absolute shelly a guy. Really didn't know where I was. And this was weird. So I thought, right, come on, man, let's just get up. So I go up. I remember going into the shower, right? I put the shower on and I put my hand under the shower to see if it was warm. Boom. I drew my horn away. It felt like acid. Acid. And that's the only way I can explain it. It was like acid. And that was the start of it. I've never came across this before. Ever. Maybe when I was a wee boy, but I can't remember. And I've turned the shower off. And I'm going to say this at the very, very start because there's a wee build up to it, but I went about 3 months, maybe 4, without even getting washed. And it's weird telling this story now. I feel the need to tell this story. And it's like water felt like acid to me. It felt like pure acid. Now, what happened was there's nothing wrong with dodging a shower. There's nothing wrong the next day with dodging a shower, whatever, maybe some people thought that way, and then one day led to another, and I started to get really, really in myself and didn't want to know anybody, didn't want to know the world and stuff like that. But for some reason I could still teach, I could still put things together, and I could still listen to a story, even though in my head there was 2 things going on, one about me and one about the client, but I could still seem to talk to them and say, look, no problem. But I was fighting a massive battle. It was like good and evil, I don't know. It was really bad inside my head. Kept looking at the clock, but I made a point of not looking at the clock when my clients were there because I check everybody's demeanour in my gym. When you walk through that door, I check it, start to finish. And anybody that looks at a clock constantly, you're on track for fairly getting chucked out because you don't want to be here. It's as simple as that. You don't want to be here. I don't care what anybody comes back on that. And I found myself, but I thought, right, don't look at them, don't let them notice. Things were becoming heightened that I didn't bother with before. Things I felt bad about and different stuff. But then I started to become really conscious about this, not getting showered, not getting washed. Weird thing was, my horns and my neck, my ears and things like that, they were all clean. So let's go back to it. If water felt like acid, then how did I do that? Wipes. I bought wipes and I started to clean myself with wipes. Hands, neck, ears and face only. Right? And the reason I did that is because that's what we see in people every single day. We see that every single day. And so I thought, right, I'll keep that. But I can tell you right now, the wee snigger there, the rest of me wasn't even washed. And I always remember the big stack of links. I think it was called links. I think it is, like Africa and this and that. And I had loads of them, blah, blah, blah. And I would put a spray. So I don't know. Maybe somebody that's on this Facebook, maybe somebody was with me in that time frame, maybe no, because it was a while ago. Could probably send me a private mail and say, hi mate, I could smell you. I could smell you. As I say, I'm laughing now, I wasn't laughing then. And I was smothered by these smells, and thank God then I was single. I wasn't seeing anybody, because that'd have been an absolute no-no. When I mean no cleaning, I mean no cleaning. No cleaning whatsoever. Not whatsoever. Hands, neck, face, ears only. Even my hair wasn't, I didn't wash my hair, but my hair was always really, really short. So I'd put a wee totty bit of water in it. It was totty, I always remember that. So I don't know if my scalp was showing signs of that, In fact, I always remember this wee story where I went to the hairdressers. I won't mention who it was, and I was sitting there one day and I was chatting away to the guy and blah, blah, blah. And then I just remembered, whoa, have I washed my neck today? I couldn't remember, right? So I had to think of an excuse. In my upbringing, where I came from, excuses was a doddle to us. We could have excuses 7 days a week. Click your finger. It was so easy to make an excuse up, right? So I remember saying, no, I just don't know, right? But I remember, as if I could feel the energy for this guy thinking, he's bogging, you know what I mean? So, and I remember just sitting there going, oh, the guy says to me, busy day? I says, oh, non-stop, man, you know, I was at the gym and I was moving stuff about and, oh, you know, the way you're sweating and this and that. And I says, it's just, you know, and it's the best way to do it is for me to do it myself. So I thought I'd get out of that. I did that. I thought I've got away from it. That's if my neck was like that. I couldn't remember. But all because of that, I ditched that hairdressers. I'll remember I ditched that hairdressers. Now, that was a while ago. That guy that done my neck then, he's gone now, you know. But my hair then, he's gone now. But I can always remember that I was making up stories. I started to make up stories. So then I remember I'd be coming home and I say, come on, this is stupid. I talk to people every day. I'm in their heads 7 days a week, morning, noon and night, right? But even, know the word life coach, you know I can't stand it. Even a personal development can break. We can all break. It doesn't matter who you are. We all break. And I broke. And I remember coming home and saying, come on, man, this is stupid. Put the shower on. And I let the shower run for a bit. Put my horn under it. Boom, drew it away. Acid. It was like acid. Now, some folk might think, some folks might say, well, what did you not go to the doctors for? Well, I'll tell you why I didn't go to the doctors. Because they'd pull a wee slip out and put me on maybe antidepressants, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because I used to be on Prozac years and years and years ago. And I came off it. And the reason I came off it is because I felt like an absolute zombie. I was a pure zombie. I wasn't alert. I wasn't the Stevie Mayer that everybody sees and, you know, blah, blah, blah. I became just zombified. And I went, no. Now, remember when I said that there, I'm not encouraging folk to come off of medications. Remember that? This is not an advert for that. This is me just talking about me, what I did and what worked for me. But the thing is I started to really put things together and sort of self-medicate. You know, right, come on. Nobody knows Stephen Mayer better than Stephen Mayer. Nobody. Not even my mother, father, whatever. I know myself better than anybody. Started to research some stuff, you know, this and that. I always remember I was chatting to some folk in America. And the reason I done it in America is because they were miles away from me and they didn't know who I was. You know, no claim to be a superstar, but the further away the better. And I was talking to some folk, and some folk were coming back with the same thing. Yep, we were all talking the same, and it was all coming down to we were depressed, and some folk were trying to psychoanalyse me, and I think they were just out of university, and I could tell a mile away. I ditched them. I wasn't interested in them. I wanted real people in my life. Real people that's been genuinely through it. Don't be wrong, I'm not saying that people that have not been through it and they're at university are rubbish to deal with. Not at all. You know, they've been taught at a high standard, and I do agree with that. It's just same again. Stephen Mayer, it just didn't work for me. What worked for me was having the real story. So, off track. This went on for about maybe 3, maybe 4 months, right? Even 3 days without getting a wash is like, whoa, come on. And you know what? I remember saying to this client, you know, because I opened up to this client and you could see it in the face. My toes were black. My toes, inside of my toes were black. And I felt my skin going all dry, and I was like, oh no, what's happening to me, man? What is happening? What happened? What happened for being abundance, health, and this and that, to just don't want to do this and don't want to do that? It just get worse and worse and worse, and you know, and I smothered it with links, I smothered it with aftershaves, and you know, I was probably going out there smelling like Marks and Spencer's, you know what I mean? It was like unbelievable. But then, you know something? It was weird. One day, it just stopped. It didn't happen anymore. It just went. Because I did always try, and this is what I want to say to folk. I didn't just lie there and think, F the world and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't think that. It was, today we... look, I need to make this work because I'm a people person. I help people every single day, and people that are on my Facebook know me. I know they'll not comment on this because we talk about things that folk don't want them to know about it, but every day, I help. I'm no better than him, and I'm no better than her, and other people in this field. I just do what I do. But I became a broken man. I became absolutely broken. There's other things to this as well, but I'll say this in another podcast if I get the guts to say it. And I'm just being honest there. I do not have the guts to talk about this one in a podcast now. But I think it will happen, and I feel the need. When I feel the need to do it, I'll do it. But it's weird because right now, if anybody's watching this, I'm very agitated. And I hate being agitated and fidgety and everything. So somebody in this game is looking at me right now, they would say, God, you look at you. But somebody out there is going to benefit from this. They really are. They're going to say, I did that. That was me. I did that. How did you get out of it, Stephen? Because I kept pushing, and I just wanted to make it work so bad. I wanted to make it where it was like, come on, let's make this happen. I'm in the health game. I'm in the mind game. I can do this. I can do it. And I pushed it. I didn't rely on doctors, by the way. I didn't rely on counsellors. I'd been to counsellors and psychoanalysts and everything years ago, and they'd done nothing for me. Remember I said that. They'd done nothing for me. I'm not saying don't do it for anybody else, but I wanted to do it all myself. I studied it, everything, boom, and I got ideas off other people. One day it happened for me, everybody. I just put the shower on, and I thought, here we go. Is it going to feel like acid? And I remember, and as I say, this is a wee weird one. There's a bit cryptic in it, and I know that, but as the shower was on, I always remember it, and I put my hand under the shower, and my hand stayed there, and it was nice and warm, and it was amazing. It was dead nice, really nice. And I went, right, okay, let's do this, right? Stripped off. I went into the shower, right? Now, this is the first time in 3-4 months, right? And in the shower, and I felt amazing. I felt so good. I felt great, physically, mentally, everything. And do you know what sticks in my head? I remember looking at the water down in the shower, and the water was all dirty. And I'm going, oh my God. I was just so unbelievably black. It was unbelievable. And I just watched my feet, and it's weird because I remember my feet, I scrubbed my feet. No any other body part, just my feet. They were spotless. And I always remember, came out for the I was in the shower for about maybe 20 minutes, maybe more actually. And I remember coming out for the shower, and I was all dried and wee links on and this and the shave and all that, blah, blah, blah. And I remember lying in my bed, a pair of shorts on, a t-shirt, and I just remember saying to myself, God, I feel so clean. I remember my mum used to say, cleanliness is next to godliness, stuff like that. If you want to put that in, mate, that's up to yourself. But I felt so good that I'd done it. And that's what was missing all along. It was just the fact that he was taking the chance. And this is where I want to go with this, was anything I've ever done, I don't bow down to it. As much as sometimes you have to bow down to it, no matter what. I was just listening to Tyson Fury the other day there. Millions in the bank. Millions of pounds. And he couldn't get his seat after the parlour. And these things happen, And he's a celebrity, and we're going to hear about it. But we don't hear about it about the average Joes like ourselves. It's all hidden. Did I talk to anybody? And I didn't talk to anybody. I'll put my hand up to that. I always felt as though I was good at fixing it myself, because I was the world's foremost expert on Stephen Mayer. So I worked on it myself, and I fixed it myself. But you know what? Everything that I've got in my head, everything I've done, everything I've been through, and believe me, not getting washed for about 3-4 months is the tip of the iceberg where I've been in my life that's going to come out. A lot of things is going to come out. And this is why I know where I'm at with people. This is why I know how to help people. I can understand them. When I look in their eyes, I can see in their soul. I can feel it. I can feel it for them an absolute 1,000,000%. And if I get the guts to say the next podcast, then I will say it. But right now, I don't feel it. So I'm going to sign off now by saying thanks, number one, for listening to it. That's no a sob story. It's no a sad story. It's a story of one man who woke up one day and everything was everywhere. regardless of what I've got, regardless of my house, my motor, money or whatever, there was nothing in me. There was nothing. I was a shell. I was an absolute shell. I'm sorry that I can't share the time frame with that with people. I feel as though that's something I don't want to share with anybody. But it was just, it was a hard time, and there's been harder times. But as like I say to people, anything can be fixed. Anything can be spoke about. Anything, absolutely, no matter what it is. We live in an age now where you look on the internet and the telly, whatever, and there's people are doing their best to help people for suicide, for depression, for anxiety, everything. And that it's all there for everybody. Seriously, it's all there. But anyway, I hope this wee story that I've told everybody today has given people something. If anybody wants to private mail me on it, they can certainly private mail me without a doubt, and nothing goes anywhere. I always delete mail as soon as I read it. I delete it. And they can share their own wee story with me. But I did get out it. I sat back, and I can always remember the vision of that hand getting under the shower, and the day was, it didn't feel like acid.